Burstner on a Fiat chassis. And there's water leaking through this entire scuttle down over the engine. We're going to pour some water onto the windscreen now just to demonstrate how much water is entering this engine compartment. You can see there this is following some rain in the evening. The engine is already completely soaked. There's electrical components down there that are wet. The battery's wet. Air filters are wet. There's water in this heater intake. Further electrical components are wet here. I'm just going to show here the injectors, which are currently sitting in water and are rusting the way into the engine. You can see right the way along all those injectors, all rusted. And there's rust, evidence of rust all over this engine bay. You can see there some kind of plate at the back of the engine that's completely rusted. Further electrical components on this side. And water dripping directly onto electrical components down there. Right, should we drop the bonnet and we'll start pouring some water on to show that it's... Okay. Just going to pour a small amount of water onto the windscreen. Just going to show how much water we're pouring. Very small amount at a slow rate. We'll come down now. You see that water. Scuttle is completely empty.
Get you back to the water.
And that water's just going directly into the engine bay, flowing down onto the battery, directly onto the battery. And that water's coming right the way through, every hole in the scuttle, every gap in the scuttle.
Take a picture of what's water on here again.
And this is the amount of water that's being poured onto this windscreen. Significantly less than if it was actually raining heavily. And you can see here, pouring directly onto the battery, onto filters, entering every part of the engine. It's just a constant flow of water down to every part of this engine. Gonna move to the other side and just show the water coming out on the other side. Same amount of water on the other side of the screen. You can see there's a drain pipe there and the water's just bypassing it and running.
Scuttle.
And that's coming in everywhere.
You hear the scuttle working there.
So even though that scuttle's working, you can hear the water being sucked away. It's still
Tiny
coming
water
through and entering and going on these electrics of this vehicle. None of that water, by the way, is coming over the top. It's all coming through the scuttle and drowning this engine.
Show the amount of water being poured again.
And there again, see the amount of water being poured on this engine.
Not on the engine, on the windscreen.
On the windscreen, sorry. Coming through every hole in the scuttle, dripping through directly onto the engine, the electrics, injectors, every part of it.
The new motorhome supplies like this.
And this is a 2014 plate Burstner Brevio on a Fiat chassis, supplied by Camper UK.